Herbert Edwards holds a place of honor as the first grandchild of George and Oma Scott. Born to Ina and Elsie Edwards on March 27, 1931, Herbert grew up in Mountain Grove as the oldest of 5 children. No doubt the values taught in his home were the foundation of the man of integrity and strong character that he proved to be. Herbert loved his family. Over the years, his brother Therold and 3 sisters Luann, Isla Mae, and Lorena proved to be a great source of encouragement. Some dissatisfaction with school caused Herbert to quit high school during the fall of 1948, his senior year. It so happened about the time he quit school that the fall crop of corn needed to be shucked and hauled to the crib. After a week or so of doing this work with his dad, Herbert decided school looked pretty good. He ended up graduating in the spring of 1949. Herbert is a proud alumni of the Mountain Grove High School. Herbert was accepted into the Air Force on March 8, 1951. Days before he would leave for boot camp, his mother, Ina Scott Edwards, wrote a poem with a cautious reminder to Herbert. "You're fighting over there for the things we hold so dear. When comes your darkest days, son, don't forget to pray." With the strength of his dad's example to work hard and never quit, and the prayers of a loving mother, Herbert went off to basic training in San Antonio, Texas. The family visited their brother and son in Kirksville, Missouri, where he was studying at Kirksville State Teachers College. From there, he spent 18 months in the Aleutian Islands. Herbert loved the Air Force. He spent nearly 22 years of his life as a career soldier. During his military career, he would be trusted with some of the most secretive military information that would require a high security clearance. Herbert distinguished himself as a computer superintendent at headquarters. Herbert loved this country and considered it a high privilege to serve as a keeper of the nation. While stationed at Offutt Air Force Base, Omaha, Nebraska, Herbert met the love of his life, Shirley Beckman. They were married July 24, 1954, and will celebrate 63 years of marriage later this month. Herbert and Shirley raised 3 sons and a daughter. As a military family, they moved wherever Herbert was stationed. While Herbert dedicated himself as a career airman, Shirley dedicated herself to being a great mother. Herbert received numerous awards and recognition while in the Air Force. In 1969, the Edwards were nominated for the Military Family of the Year. On January 31, 1972, Herbert received the Meritorious Service Medal during his retirement ceremony. During his Air Force service, he earned the rank of Chief Master Sergeant, the highest enlisted rank in the U.S. Air Force. Attaining the rank of Chief Master Sergeant is the pinnacle of an Air Force enlisted person's career. By federal law, only 1% of the Air Force enlisted force may hold the rank of Chief Master Sergeant. Herbert finished his Air Force career in Colorado Springs, Colorado. After ending his military career, Herbert moved his family to Blue Springs, Missouri, where he graduated from Park University with a business administration degree. He worked for 3 years for the state of Missouri in the Department of Social Services as a systems analyst in Jefferson City. He later retired after working 17 years as a systems analyst, computer specialist for the Department of Agriculture. Herbert devoted himself to honoring his parents and grandmother. Grandma Oma lived long enough to see 5 generations of Scots come through the Ina and Elsie Edwards branch. Many of Herbert's children and grandchildren have devoted their lives in service to our country and have been active in law enforcement. His son, Terry, is currently a detective with the Jackson County Sheriff's Department in Kansas City, Missouri. His daughter, Becky, and her husband, Rick Curtin, taught in the police academy in Kansas City, where Jim Edwards, Herbert's other son, still teaches. Rebecca Joan Edwards Curtin was the first female promoted to sergeant in the Independence, Missouri Police Department. She teaches in the Blue River Community College Police Academy. Her husband, Rick, is also a graduate from the police academy. Herbert's son Jim teaches in the Blue River Community College Police Academy. Jim and Allie enjoy their 5 children, and Russell and Linda's children have chosen the Air Force and Army as their places of service. After retirement, Herbert and Shirley fulfilled their love for travel and visited Alaska, Hawaii, and went on a European tour. Their children and spouses and grandchildren and sisters Lorena and Isla Mae also joined them on a Caribbean cruise to celebrate their 50th wedding anniversary in 2003. Herbert and Shirley currently live in Blue Springs, Missouri, where they enjoy family time with their 4 children and their spouses, 13 grandchildren, and 16 great-grandchildren. Over the years, God has blessed the Herbert Edwards family with good health and hearts willing to serve mankind. Herbert and Shirley look back on their lives with great appreciation to God and humble adoration for the children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren who are now a vital part of their lives. He is always striking out and doing something new. At 86 years old, for Herbert, it's time to see what else God has planned for him to do. Herbert Foster Edwards, gentleman, courageous soldier, loving father, faithful servant, brother, husband, servant leader, grandfather, diligent worker, dedicated patriot, fervent veteran, servant of God, servant of man, humble spirit, willing example. Herbert Edwards, thank you for your service to our country and for representing our family with such great dignity. Today, it gives us great privilege to honor you, rejoice with you and your family, and to stand and call you blessed.